Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will study about Calvin cycle. Calvin cycle is basically a biosynthetic cycle that helps to convert or fix carbon dioxide into sugar. And this sugar is in the form of glucose or sucrose. And this sugar is basically used by the autotrophs, means the photosynthetic plants and photosynthetic bacteria to grow. So basically, these glucose and sucrose, these sugars are used as a food by these plants. So this Calvin cycle process is basically part of the photosynthesis process in plants. So that's why this is a very important cycle in plants or photosynthetic bacteria or any photosynthetic organism. There are three steps of in the Calvin cycle. The first is the carboxylation phase, the second is the reduction phase, and the third is the regeneration phase. We will study about all these three steps while we discuss the Calvin cycle in detail. Now, as we discuss the Calvin cycle, in the Calvin cycle, first step is the carboxylation step. In the carboxylation step, what happens is that CO2 is utilized in the carboxylation of ribulase 1,5 bisphosphate. Ribulase 1,5 bisphosphate is a 3 carbon sugar which also act as a primary acceptor of carbon dioxide. As this carbon dioxide comes here, this carbon dioxide interacts with ribulase 1,5 bisphosphate and is utilized by RUBP. This ribulase bisphosphate is also called as RUBP in short form and is utilized by this RUBP to carboxylize and convert this into in a intermediate form, two molecules of this intermediate form, which is known as 3-PGA. PGA here stands for phosphoglyceric acid. So two molecules of 3-phosphoglyceric acid is produced. Now this phosphoglyceric acid is the first stable product that is formed in the Calvin cycle, and this is also a 3 carbon containing compound. So that's why this cycle, Calvin cycle, is also known as C3 cycle. Now let's come to the second step. Now the second step comes, which is known as the reduction step, as I have told you earlier. In the reduction step, what happens is two molecules of ATP plus two molecules of NADPH are utilized in this reaction, or means are reduced to form ADP plus NAD plus. So in this reaction, basically two molecules of ATP and two molecules of NADPH are reduced to form ADP plus NADP plus. So this also means that if we have to fix CO2, one molecule of carbon dioxide, then we need two molecules of ATP and two molecules of NADPH until this part of this reaction. And due to the reduction of these these two ATP molecules and two NADPH molecules, this converts the 3-PGA or 3-phosphoglyceric acid into triose phosphate. Now this triose phosphate then gets converted into the sugar, which is known as the glucose, and this glucose can then further convert into sucrose, which can be used up by the plants as a food source. Now the third step is the regeneration step. The regeneration step is important because in order to continue this cycle, again we have to produce RUBP or ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate, which is the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide, to be fixed. So we need RUBP here. So in order to regenerate RUBP, this step is important. This step utilizes one ATP molecule here and converts into ADP. So one ATP molecule is also utilized here to regenerate RUBP from triose phosphate in order to continue this cycle and to produce more and to convert or fix more carbon dioxide, so that this carbon dioxide can be converted into glucose, which can be taken up by the plants to use as a food source. So in this way the Calvin cycle works. And you should also remember this calculation part, that glucose is a 6-carbon containing molecule. So in order to produce glucose from carbon dioxide, as carbon dioxide contains only one carbon, one molecule of carbon dioxide contains only one carbon. So in order to produce glucose, we need 6 carbon atoms to be fixed. So this means that we need 6 turns of this C3 cycle or Calvin cycle to be performed in order to produce 6 carbon containing glucose molecule. So 6 CO2 molecules should be fixed in order to produce the glucose. And we know that in 1 Calvin cycle, 3 ATP molecules are utilized in 1 Kelvin cycle, and 2 NADPH molecules are utilized in 1 Kelvin cycle to fix 1 carbon dioxide molecule. So this means that in order to produce the glucose, we need 6 into 3, 18 ATP molecules, and 6 into 2, 12 NADPH molecules. So in this way, the calculation part of the Kelvin cycle works. So I hope you have understood every basics of this Kelvin cycle. If you have any doubts, you can always ask them in the comment section.